Jagex has done it again. They've actually returned to common Jagex Ws. Who would have thought after the Hero Pass and the Christmas event and all the other controversial stuff that happened in between, and obviously maybe the Vorcap release too, but they're back. They're back with their Ws, and the hit list one is incredible. And I really just wanted to sit down and talk about these updates, but even a little bit about the Christmas event as well. So if you're going to enjoy this video, give it a like, subscribe if you're new. We're trying to get to 5,000 by the end of the year. We're like 150 subscribers off, so I would highly appreciate it if you click that subscribe button so I can reach my goal for this year. It doesn't really bring me anything, it's just a nice number that I really wanted. Join the discussion in the comment section down below. Let me know which of these updates you like the most, and let's just talk about it. So first of all, I want to go backtrack to Sunday instead of Monday, when the Christmas event and the opening happened of the Centus Lodge. And honestly, it has been a while since I've had a good communal event within RuneScape 3 that I felt was really, really exciting. Obviously, we had the Necromancy release where everyone was running around and everyone was at the ritual site, but having that opening of that lodge and everyone just being there in the background, you can see some clips of me doing it on stream and just being there with my chat and being there with my viewers. It's such a good experience. I've seen so many people being there with their friends or with their clan or with, obviously for streamers and YouTubers, with their viewers and stuff. And it's just been a lot of fun. And next week, so this Sunday, I will be streaming it again. And I might have some special guests that you might know from YouTube on the live stream. So you might actually want to click the follow button there as well. But generally, we just want to create something fun for our communities and just have some fun in general as well. But yeah, I just really liked the opening of the lodge, and I really liked how the packages dropped from the sky beforehand as well, where everyone could just collect them and get some extra, goodies just beforehand. So GG. And also, if you're watching this, did anyone get a black party yet? No one in my chat did get one. There was one person on my world that got one, so I'm very curious to hear from you guys if anyone did get the black party yet. But let's get into the news of this week. And first of all, something that will change my play style forever is the Master Maxscape particle changes. If you don't know, the Master Maxscape had those ugly, like, I don't know, like the skill color, so red, green, and blue as the particles. And now they finally changed it so you can customize it to one steel color or just have multiple colors as well. But dude, I am so happy about this because I saw this when I was at Jagex in May, because that's when there was a tweet. Like, I think just 2 weeks before I went to test Necromancy, there was a tweet from Ramen, who is working on this project, about the particle changes. And when I was there, I asked, I think it was Mod Ryan, to be able to see it, if they had a build for it or something. And I saw my cape with like light blue particles, and I was like, I need this. I need 120. And he was like, yeah, but we're not sure if we're gonna add it to the game. And then when I saw that it was added to the game, yeah, I'm going for 120 all. Yeah, I'm doing it. So if you have any advice or any tips, let me know. But I'm going for 120 all because I need that particle change. So pretty much if you have 120 all cape or the 120 all comp cape or trim comp cape, you can change your particles and it will look absolutely stunning. So I'm really excited about that, and it's a great update. It's very nerdy that I'm so happy about particles. But hey, I just like my comp capes. And yes, Trim Completionist is coming next year, so don't worry about that as well. Next up is a treasure, well, not treasure hunter. It's a currency pack promotion where you can get the Holy Knight armor and sword. And it's something that, if you look at it, those prices, by the way, are absolutely outrageous. I mean, you get like for 44 quid, so 50 euros, I guess, you get 450 keys, which is a buttload. And you get one of these cosmetics, you get the armor, and when you get the cheaper package, you get the sword. So you pretty much need to get both of them. Or you get the really, really expensive package that I think like nearly 90. That also gives you everything, which, I don't know, like if you care about, getting the rune coins and the treasure hunter keys and all the other stuff that you get from it, I guess it's nice. And one thing I would say though, and I think that is why I'm not too upset about this promotion, is that the Holy Knight armor and sword will be available in Premier tokens next year. So next Christmas you will just be able to get them with the Premier tokens. And they're even saying that updating the Premier token store is still something that is on their radar and they are wanting to do. Because if you don't know, when you get Premier membership, you get these tokens, and pretty much if you've been Premier member for a long time, you pretty much have bought everything, and you just get these tokens for absolutely nothing now. So there's not really a point in them. And I like them adding these rewards to it, but those packages are ridiculously expensive. I just wanted to just point that out. But in more positive news, we now have a left click option on the Excalibur where you can even change whatever you shout, which is cool. But yeah, you can right click and just change your left click option. So instead of equipping, which it always used to be, you could just click on activate, because let's be honest, everyone just uses their Excalibur to activate it and be able to get the healing, the passive healing from the Excalibur. So I think that is really cool that they finally added it. It's something the community has been talking about for a long time. You can also add it to your action bar, so you can just keybind it and stuff and just press one key and be able to activate your Excalibur. So nice one on that one, Jagex. Love that. Next up is double Dino Arrows output, which is a big W for Iron Man. If you don't know, the God Arrows or the Dino Arrows are very difficult to make. They're very fun to make, and I think it's a great way to make these arrows, and it's very interactive with, like, you know, cutting the hairs, collecting the poop and everything with those dinosaurs. I think it's really neat, and it's one of my more favorite skilling updates in RuneScape for a very long time. But for Iron Man, you consumed more arrows than you can make in like an hour, I believe, if you use the Bow of the Last Guardian. And it was just awful, and it just flat out doubled the Dino Arrows output, which it's just great for them, and it will also make those arrows a little bit more reasonably priced for, you know, mains that want to be using it. Another thing that they changed is bank presets now load outside of the bank. I would be sick if that is also a left click, but hey ho, that's for future reference. But yeah, you could just right click the bank and reload your previous preset, which I guess saves like a couple, like maybe 1 or 2 seconds in total, which is not a lot, but hey oh, it might be nice, especially on like more crowded worlds where it maybe takes a bit longer to load your bank, or if your system is a little bit slower, you can easily load your preset. So I guess that's cool. Another cool thing is that we now got shift click drop, which is a feature in old school RuneScape that's now introduced into RuneScape 3 as well, which you're probably thinking, well, we can just put it on our action bar and drop it. But then again, if you're doing combat or something, you don't want to just put something on your action bar if you want to keep on dropping it, for example, or in other situations. It's just a nice thing to have, really. Like, it's a nice little extra, at least in my opinion, to have. And another nice thing to have is that the clue sounds have been reverted back from the awful sound that they introduced back in June to make it, quote-unquote, better, and now change it back to what it was before. I still don't think it's good, because the issue with the clue sound in general, especially if you listen to music, is it's like a bassy sound. So if you listen to music that is kind of bassy, like EDM music, it kind of blends into it, at least for me on my headphones. And another issue with it is the clue sound is significantly more quiet than, for example, the surge sound, which are on the same audio track in RuneScape. So if you want to turn up the clue sound, if you're listening to music, for example, your ears get absolutely destroyed with the surge sounds or with the teleport sound. So I hope that they can change that in the future, but I'm back that they reverted it, or happy I'm back that they reverted it to whatever it was. Another thing that is really good, and something people might not really check into, is they improved the overall performance of the game. I'm really curious if that is actually true, because I read that they improved interface scaling and rendering for both performance and just quality as well, because I use interface scaling. That is something great to hear, and I'm very curious to see if that is actually the case, if I will even notice it. And the same goes with those performance changes. So I'm curious to see what you guys think about that. Do you guys notice these changes, or is it more something that they say, but it's just minor and maybe back-end kind of stuff? I'm very curious. I'm very curious to see. And it's something very important that they are working on, I guess. So there's some engine changes there, which is good as well. But yeah, those are just some of the highlights for me personally. And I just wanted to kind of just discuss about it and just talk about it and give my opinion on it, because I just want to be doing this again, because I made these videos, and then I want to do some more high-edit stuff and then some progress series and whatever. I just like ranting to you guys about my opinion about these updates. So if you do enjoy that stuff, leave a like, let me know. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video, which will probably be later this week or something. Subscribe if you're new, and my name's Chevalric, and I'll see you guys in my next video.